Fasten your seatbelts. How to deal with the anxiety during this time. I don't know if you can relate to me, but I have felt like this past few days have been like 1 year. I feel like I've lived a year in 3 days. Okay. So if you feel like I feel and you are like, what's next? Okay. And you're trying to brace yourself. If that is you, if you can relate to what I'm feeling as well, then you need to watch this video. If you don't know me already, I'm Dr. Kamani. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, a toxic job survivor, but more importantly, I'm a toxic job liberator for Black women. So I want to come on and talk about it. I'm going to do a whole series about fasten your seatbelt because I know that we need extra support right now. So as a Black woman who is a licensed clinical psychologist with over 20 years of experience working with Black women, I really want to come on this platform and share information with us about ways that we can preserve our mental health during this very challenging time. So I'm going to do this series with very short videos offering you some healing tips. So many of us are experiencing what's called anticipatory anxiety. Okay. So we're living in a time where, number one, we did not sign up for this. Like we were expecting, hoping for something different. And what we are fearing is happening. So we're living it in real time. So the anticipatory anxiety is you're anticipating that more shenanigans are about to happen. You can tell the writing's on the wall. We've already seen some things, but we can tell that there's more things that's going to happen that will be harming a lot of people. So experience this anticipatory anxiety. So I want to offer you some tips about ways to deal with that. First, I want to validate that what you're feeling, you have every right to feel it. Don't say, oh, I shouldn't feel this way, or is there something wrong with me because I feel this way? No, you are allowing yourself to fully feel and honor how you are feeling. As Black women, as Black people, we have to honor our humanity. That means connecting to our emotions and allowing ourselves to feel the feels. Okay. So one of my clients actually said something that was brilliant, right? All my clients are brilliant. But one of my clients said, what has already happened has already happened, and whatever will happen will happen. What we have to focus on is what next? What do we need to do to brace ourselves so that we not only survive these next 4 years, and the things that are being put in place is actually for more than 4 years, that we need to find ways to preserve ourselves. So I'm going to talk to you about tips, okay? Tips that we can really, again, keep our eyes on the prize, because sis, you are the prize, okay? We need to make sure that we all get out of this healthy. So I'm offering some tips to you. So one is, when you think about the anxiety often comes because it's the unknown. We don't know what to expect. And our mind starts running. And we start thinking about, what if this, what if that, what if that? And then we start thinking, well, what would I do if this happens to me? Okay. So what I invite you to do, I just want to offer you 2 nuggets today. One is, I invite you to really reflect on what are the things that ignite your anxiety. So for me, it is watching a whole bunch of news. It is seeing an image of that person on social media. It is engaging in conversation where people are talking about conspiracy theories and all this fear and all that kind of stuff. That is not good for me. Okay, so that's an anxiety igniter. So I invite you to think about what kind of things you're already feeling anxiety, more than likely. What are the things that exacerbate the anxiety? You don't need that right now. So what are the things that you need to do to minimize your contact with things that will exacerbate your anxiety? So the anxiety igniters. So for me, what I've been doing, I want to stay abreast about what's happening. We need to stay informed. Okay. I'm not telling you to avoid the news. What I'm saying is, find the ways that you can still stay informed about what's happening, but don't get so wrapped up, and then you start feeling helpless and hopeless and the spiral. Okay. Because the news is like all over the place. Okay. With the catastrophizing and all that, you do not need that. You don't need to hear about the worst case, okay? So we're living in very difficult times. Again, I'm trying to offer us tips about ways to preserve our mental health because not only we're the prize, we have to remember that our self-preservation, as Audre Lorde said, our self-preservation is an act of political warfare. We will be all right, like Kendrick Lamar, we will be all right, but we got to find ways to make sure that we are going to be okay. So these are active things that we can do, okay? So identify those anxiety igniters. So for me, I stay informed by looking at news adjacent types of things where I can hear about what is going on, topics. So I'm aware of things, but it's not the news per se. So I watch Karen Hunter. I watch Reese Waters, Lady Boulay, Don Lemon. So I might watch like clips of them, but I don't watch like a whole thing. Like if I could tell, it's going to be like going over details about what he's, I don't even want to hear about it. I don't hear about it. Okay. So I have found ways to stay informed, and my hope is that you do that again. Okay. So anxiety igniters. The second thing I want to invite you to do is think about what are the anxiety extinguishers in your life. So what kind of things decrease the amount of anxiety that you're experiencing? For me, it's playing with my dogs, talking to my family, praying, absolutely praying, doing yoga, going to my garden. So these are some of the things that I'm doing that helps to contain my anxiety, okay? I know the anxiety is not going to be taken away, but at the intensity, it makes intensity go down just a little bit, okay? So again, I just want to offer you some tips. I'm becoming on periodically, sharing with us different tips about how we can fasten a seatbelt. And I want to say this is not only for Black women in America, because I've received comments from Black women around the world who are saying they're going through something similar in their country. So I just want to say this is for all Black women. This is for all of us, that we will be okay, but we have to prioritize our physical and our mental health. And I would even say our spiritual health, okay? So make sure that we are staying aware of what's happening, but that we don't get so consumed with all the catastrophizing and all that. Let us stay focused on what we can do, what we control in our lives, okay? The anxiety is running because there's so many things about things we cannot control. These are things, what I'm talking to you about, these are things that you can control in your life, okay? When you have a greater sense that there are things you can control in your life, then it gives a greater sense of, okay, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Right now, I'm going to be okay. So again, remember the anxiety igniters and the anxiety extinguishers. Okay, remember that? So signing off, I'll be talking to you soon, sharing more information with you, sis. So if you don't know me and if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And I want you, as we are in this together, this is another thing. My hope is that this experience not only helps us as Black people to be healthier for ourselves, but that we recognize and we uplift the importance of community. Okay, so I'm asking you to please share this video with at least 2 other Black women. Again, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you know when I'm going live or recording a video and uploading a video. And also, if you can comment in the chat about ways that you have found to extinguish or decrease or contain the anxiety, that will be helpful to other Black women. So if you can share that in the comment section, I would really appreciate it. Okay, everyone. So I will see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.